What up, everybody? I'm Matt.
I'm Chris. Hi,
This is
Snoopy.
Bird Bros. Snoopy's with us too, the show mascot. Um, it's been a week of life. Let's put it that way. But hey, we had to give
He
props.
got that boo-boo on his tooth.
No, it's even before that. But hey, we gotta give show props. Our co-host starts his new job on Monday. Are you excited?
Yeah, look for me. I'll be the one with the sign for the phones. I'll be, I always wanted a job like that. That'd be cool.
The little balloon guy.
Yeah,
stand
yeah.
in front of
If
the
you see the
store.
wacky inflatable.
Hey, there's a
flailing
guy that
arms
does
too,
that at the
guy.
one CBD store in Peters Township.
I saw him the other day.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fun. But we're going to get things started today with our Nets version of our NHL Mount Rushmores. And today is the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Dallas Stars / Minnesota North Stars, the Los Angeles Kings, and the Boston Bruins. I thought all four of these were easy for me. You said no.
Yeah, I mean, I have honorable mentions.
Well, we'll start at the Tampa Bay
I
Lightning.
think Boston was the hardest for me.
You said that, but I think it was the easiest.
I don't even know which ones I picked. Well, him, and I think I picked him. Yeah.
Well, I did not. No, when we get to that team, I'll explain. But we'll start with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Any honorable mentions for you?
Let's see. Yeah. I guess a couple.
Okay.
Just missed the cut. Vinny LeCalvier.
Same. It's not on mine.
Next, supposed to be the next. What was before Sid? He was supposed to be the next Lemieux.
Yeah.
You know, under a point per game, 870 points, 1,000 games. He was a minus 117 because Tampa wasn't good for the first part of his career, and then they won in 2004 the cup, so he has a cup.
He was just offered me too.
Yeah,
Same
so
reasons.
one of his teammates is on my list. Victor Hedman didn't make my list.
Same.
Still has, and I mean, he's going to go down as one of the best defensemen in history, but
Yeah.
I think there's just other people who can pick. And then this guy was farther off, but just because of what he did in the 2004 Stanley Cup, Brad Richards. I think he had the most, maybe not more than Gretzky, but he won the Conn Smythe that year, and he was a maniac. But he missed a cut, too. You have any?
Just to add, Braden Point, probably the same boat as your Brad Richards pick. I mean, he was important for their teams, especially their cup teams, but Mount Rushmore worthy, probably.
Yeah, right.
I think what you say for Ron Francis or Craig Patrick, you chisel him in on the bottom with white stones. That's what you would do with.
Well, yeah,
Braden Point,
Point's been Lightning for a good while. Great goal scorer.
All right.
Okay, I'll go, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I said Vinny Clavier's teammate is on here, Martin St. Louis. 972 games played, 365 goals, 580 assists, 953 points. 2014, got a cup with the Lightning. Also won a Hart, most valuable player. He started out, he's like 5'6", so he started out. I think the Flames, couldn't get a spot there. He came to the Lightning and never looked back. One of the best Tampa Bay Lightning of all time.
Could be on the way to a conference final as a coach for the
And
Montreal
now he coaches
Canadiens.
Montreal, yeah.
So obviously he's just a great
But
hockey mind.
I have a little soft spot for this Canadian.
I
team.
always wanted the Penguins to find a way to trade for him.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but he was such a key piece of the Lightning; they would never give him
Oh,
up.
no.
But
Yeah,
I did like St. Louis as a player.
Next, I'm going to go to the goalie, Andrei Vasilevsky, still playing 2014 to the present. Has 2 cups, 2021, has a Vezina trophy, I believe just one. Almost 600 games played, 370 wins, 178 losses, 42 shutouts. Big in the playoffs, as a lot of these Lightning were in the early 2020s. Big boy. Penn's played him a couple times. Once in the playoffs and beat him.
And once in the playoffs and lost to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he wasn't the 2013. The Game 7. He wasn't a goalie for
No,
Tampa
I
back
think
then.
it wasn't
no.
Ben Bishop. I think
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
Ben
Ben
Bishop.
Bishop.
Yeah, Vasilevsky came in 14, so yeah.
Yeah.
Next, I'm going to give it to Nikita Kucherov. Came over from Russia. He was older, 24, 25. 972 games played, 365 goals, 588 assists, 953 points. Almost a point per game. Actually, I read that wrong. Sorry. I'm reading St. Louis. I knew he was more than a point per game. 401 goals, 723 assists, 1,124 points.
Only 879 games played,
yeah,
too.
That's more like a sorry. I was reading St. Louis. So Kucherov, is right up there almost with Crosby for points per game. So he's a stud. Not a fan of him, but 13 to the present. 2 Stanley Cups, of course, with Vasilevsky and Point and Hedman, all those guys. And last, of course, probably number 1 on the list, Steven Stamkos. 1,082 games played, 555 goals, 582 assists, 1,137 points. 08 to 2024. He's a Predator now? Yeah.
Yeah.
2 Stanley Cups, most goals in the season a couple times.
You just want to do the Nets 3 teams, too, and I'll tell you if I disagree with any of
them.
them.
Sure, because you matched me?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll just add it, Stamkos.
Didn't you say it was hard? Didn't you say at first Tampa Bay was hard?
No, I didn't.
I think maybe you said Dallas was.
Dallas a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But Stamkos, I'll just go with my stat, 1.05 points per game for Stamkos. Kucherov, 1.28 points per game. St. Louis, 0.98, just under. And Vasilevsky, a 917 save percentage and 42 shutouts.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need to say.
Sure.
If you have anyone else that's different that you think deserves to be on the Lightning Mount Rushmore, please let us know in the comments because we agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to the Dallas Stars / Minnesota North Stars.
Okay.
I'll go first with this one.
All right.
Now, Mike Modano, I just have his Dallas stats here, but...
You don't have any honorable mentions?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, Paul Casey, the goalie. But
John Casey.
John Casey. Paul Casey.
Who's Paul Casey?
I have no idea.
You just
It's
made
John Casey. I don't know why I
Yeah.
thought his name was... I was going to put him on here, but his goals against average was high and his save percentage was low. And he didn't have a lot of shutouts. Not that he had shutouts back then.
Did you know? I don't know why I just thought of this. Maybe I'm thinking of the other goalie. Do you know there's a Jim Carrey and a Jeff Daniels hockey players?
I did not.
Hence, and the characters from Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's your trivia.
Yeah, so he would probably be my honorable mention.
Okay.
So first off, Mike Modano, just by his Dallas stats alone, but add his Minnesota North Star stats in, he's definitely on there.
Mm-hmm.
So his Dallas stats, 93 to 2010. I think he started in 87, 88
2010.
with Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So 1,142 games played down in Dallas, 434 goals, 616 assists at .92 points per game. Number 2, Jamie Benn, 2009 to 2026, 17 seasons.
Well, present, because I don't think you're retired.
Yeah, I think he's still there. You're right.
So present, yeah.
2026 present.
Yeah.
So 1,252 games played so far, 414 goals, 578 assists, .79 points per game. Captain right now, I believe. Yes.
I think he's still the captain.
He's still the captain.
He's slowing down, but I think he's back next year. I'm pretty sure.
This guy was the captain for the Minnesota North Stars, my Nets guy for a long time. Neil Broughton, 1980 and 1993, 13 seasons, 876 games played, 249 goals, 547 assists, .91 points per game. And before we started recording, you said your one guy was off the board. I thought we matched, but you're convinced we're not. My fourth, Dino Ciccarelli, 1980 to 1989, 9 seasons, 602 games played, 332 goals, 319 assists, 1.08 points per game.
Yeah, Dino Ciccarelli, I don't know what I think, because he's been on a lot. He was a Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, I don't know if I consider him a Red Wing or a Capital.
Everything you read about him is like back with the Minnesota North Stars days. It was Neil Broughton, and then Dino Ciccarelli was always mentioned next. So I was like, all right, I'll put him on.
Surprisingly, besides Madonna, I don't think I have any Minnesota North Stars. So
I went 2-2.
The funny thing is, you had no goalies.
Nope.
And neither did I, because I was going between Belfour and Turco. And Belfour was great with the Stars, but he played for like 5 years with them. He wasn't there long enough.
Yeah, I'm more thinking of him as a Blackhawks.
Yeah. But I mean, they were the Dallas Stars between 98 and like 02 were studs. But yeah, he missed my list. Marty Turco probably would have had ahead of Belfour, but he also missed my list because my fourth one, I want to see what people think. Because like I said, it's not all about the points. So, of course, Mike Modano, 1,050 points, a Stanley Cup, 2014 Hall of Famer, number 9 retired. What else can you say about Madonna? Jamie Benn, I had 992 points and counting. Hasn't won a Stanley Cup yet. Been to one.
They basically went from Madonna to Ben, and they've always had a star.
Haha, a star. A Dallas star. He was the 2015 Art Ross Trophy. I forget if he shared it with Crosby. But I think he won it with like the lowest point total in years, 90 points or something. So, but hey, a trophy's a trophy. All right, the two that you didn't have first, possibly one of the worst trades the Penguins ever made, Sergei Zubov. I mean, traded him away, I'm saying.
Yeah.
839 games played, 111 goals, 438 assists, 549 points, 96-09. Before that was a Penguin. Was a great Penguin for a short period of time. Stanley Cup, 2019 Hall of Famer. All right, number 4. Jiri Lehtinen.
Didn't even cross my mind.
Yep. So 875 games played with the Stars from 95-2010. Was there for a long time. You know, almost as long as Madonna. 243 goals, 285 assists, 528 points. Way less than your point per game. But, and won a Stanley Cup, of course. But what he was known for is he was the Alexander Barkov, the Patrice Bergeron before they came around. 3-time Selke winner, 98, 99, 03. He was a defensive centerman, or no, he's a winger, I think. But, you know, he shut down the top stars. So, yeah, I put him probably on the list. See if Dallas fans agree or not.
All right. Moving on to the LA Kings. And I'll just start with this one I was saying was my honorable mention is Wayne Gretzky. He did not make my top 4.
Okay.
He was an honorable mention for me.
Yeah, okay. I mean, but, okay, so I guess...
I mean, I had him on the Oilers, and I just...
right.
It was easy for me to
so
keep
I
him
said,
off there.
I think I've had... What, did I have somebody else on 2 teams? I forget.
If you did, and it wasn't... Who? Oh, it's Messier.
Yeah, Ranger. No, yeah, Ranger and Oiler. Yeah. So Gretzky's the other one. Honorable mentions, Jonathan Quick, Drew Doughty, Dustin Brown, you know, all won 2 cups with the Kings in 12 and 14. Dustin Brown was a captain for a long time. Doughty's still playing. Quick is still playing with, I don't know, Rangers? I forget, somewhere. Yeah. Rob Blake missed my list too. Big defenseman for years with the Kings. And then...
Didn't he go to San Jose? No.
Yeah, for like a year.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
When they had Bork and him and the super team. And then Dave Taylor just missed my list. Okay. Even though he had, you know, over 1,000 points and 1,100 games played. Great goal scorer. But there's a lot of great Kings.
All right.
Me?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I know we don't have the same, so...
Yeah, well, I'll say the great one. Only played 539 games played. Okay, 88-96. Okay, not that long. Here are his stats, and this is why he's on there. And he took them to a cup, which they did not win. In 539 games played, 246 goals. So that's like 0.5 goals a game. 672 assists, which is way over assists per game.
Yeah.
918 points. Almost 2 points a game with the Kings. You know, he's known as an Oiler. Then he went to St. Louis and the Rangers. But, yeah, he was still killing it. He broke the all-time record for points and goals, I think, as a King. So, for me, he has to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give the next one to Marcel Dion. Old guy, 75-87 when the Kings came in. 921 games played, 550 goals, one of the best goal scorers of all time. I think Crosby's catching up to him eventually. He's like top 6, so I don't know if Crosby will get to him or not. 757 assists, 1,307 points. Next, let's give it to, I was about to say Randy Robitaille. Remember him? Penguin Luke Robitaille.
Mm-hmm. Was he in early 2000 Penguin? Or was he late 90s?
Randy.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s.
Yeah, so he was one of those teams we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Last
Oh,
week.
yeah. Are we going to do that? We're gonna say what our favorite.
Our starting lineup for
Okay,
those
those
Penguins.
years, yeah. But we'll take Lemieux out of it.
Yeah, you have to take Lemieux out of it because he had his health issues.
Right,
yeah.
right. Okay, Luke Robitaille, no relation to Randy Robitaille. 1,077 games played, 557 assists, 597 assists because 557 goals. I can't talk. And 1,154 points, 86 to 01. He was a king. He was probably the first king that you thought of, maybe him and Rob Blake, that I thought of, in the 90s.
You said 86 to 01? Mm-hmm. The side I said 86 to 06.
That was his career, I think.
Okay.
Because he was a Red Wing, yeah.
Yeah.
So Blake and Bork went to the Avalanche, and then Robitaille and Brett Hall went to the Red Wings. So they were making the super teams before it was cool.
Yeah.
And then last, I'm going to give it to him last because he just retired. Andrei Kopitar. I'd probably give him the moniker Mr. King. 1,521 games played. 20 years with the Kings. So 6 to 26. He is retiring. 452 goals. 864 assists. 1,316 points. 2 cups in 12 and 14. He's my only one. Yeah, I think that won a cup with the Kings.
All right.
On my list 4.
So, for the fine list, I'll start. Luke Robitaille. He's had 1,077 games, 557 goals, 597 assists, 1.07 points per game. I mean, you have to put him on there. Now, here, you had Marcel Dion, and you had this guy just off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave Taylor.
I have Dave Taylor, 1977 and 1994, 17 seasons, 1,111 games played, 431 goals, 638 assists, 0.96 points per game. Andrei Kopitar, obviously, 06 to this year, 0.87 points per game. And then...
Well, let me guess. Can I guess? Do you have an honorable mentions or no? Just Gretzky.
Just Gretzky.
Okay. I think... Well, no, I think it's him.
He was just off for you. My 4th is Jonathan Quick.
That's what I was going to guess that. You didn't let me guess.
07 to 2023.
Right. It was between him and Drew Doughty.
16 seasons, 370 wins, 57 shutouts, 911 save percentage.
Great in the playoffs.
Great in the playoffs, too.
No, I
What's the reason it went to back-to-back cup finals?
Right. I knew you were going to pick that. Were going to pick that.
I was like, I put Gretzky on the Oilers, so I can leave him off for Jonathan Quick for the Kings.
Okay.
All right. The Boston Bruins. I will go first because I'm going to say we have 3 of the 4.
All right.
Just saying.
You have any honorable mentions?
I do not have any honorable mentions. I probably did, but I didn't write them down.
Okay.
So my number 1 is Phil Esposito.
Of course.
1967 to 1976. 625 games played, 459 goals, 553 assists, 1.62 points per game. So he almost gained 2 points a game. Yeah, okay. Bobby Orr, 1966 and 1976, 631 games played, 264 goals, 624 assists, 1.41 points per game. And then I probably should have led with this guy because he's the most obvious one. Raymond Bourque, 1979 to 2000.
21 years. So Crosby's going into his 21st year, right? Or no, he just had his 21st.
Yeah.
No, this will be his 21st come up, yeah. So it'll be Ty Ray Bourque for most, yeah.
1,518 games played, 395 goals, 1,111 assists, 0.99 points per game.
So close. But for a defenseman, I mean, that's insane.
And then my number 4, you probably don't have him. If you have him,
Brad Marchand.
I'll be shocked. Nope. Pasta. David Pasternak, 2014 to present, 833 games played, 420 goals, 513 assists, 1.12 points per game. And I feel like he wins 95% of the faceoffs he takes. Like I feel he's good at the dot. So there you
go. Okay. Well, I have 3 of the 4.
Okay, so I was right. See?
Yeah, or Bourque Esposito. Bourque never won a cup until he went to Colorado, of course. That still is an awesome picture when Joe Sakic picks the cup up and hands it right to Bourque.
Sakic, Forsberg, and Bourque.
Blake, Duke, Tanguay.
I was kind of that's when I sort of
I liked them back
Colorado
then.
Was my second team behind Pittsburgh.
I liked them back then. And now they have another stud team, which is crazy. Or
So they don't have a star goalie like they did.
right. 2 cups along with Esposito in 70 and 72. Bork, of course, never won one. Honorable mentions, another Selke guy, Patrice Bergeron.
Yeah.
Okay, and well, I got more.
Probably was their shutdown guy for Crosby before Pasternak. It's definitely Bergeron.
So Esposito won 2 Hart trophies. Bork won 5 Norris, and then Orr is just like he's probably the Mount Rushmore of hockey players. If there's a Mount Rushmore hockey players, he was probably on it.
Him, Lemieux, Gretzky.
Maybe
the
Sid.
4th would be interesting.
Yeah, that's what usually Hal, Sid, Konstantin Koltsov,
Rico Fata.
Joseph Melikar.
Kevin Hatcher.
I like Kevin Hatcher.
Same.
Bobby Orr won 3 Harts for a defenseman. Crazy. Then he won 8 Norrises. They're not scattered in a row. 8 Norris trophies in a row. I think Lidstrom might have like 5 in a row. He's like the only other one. Orr was a maniac back then. My 4th one, a couple more honorable mentions. Eddie Shore played in the 20s, 26 to 40, but he was 2 cups too, 29-39. Wasn't a goal scorer, but he would rip your head off. No helmet, so crossing the blue line against him would be scary. And then this guy, so I wonder if you can guess who it is, okay? So he played from Boston from 1960 to 1961. 1 year, I think parts of 2. 45 games played, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. The reason
he's on your Mount Rushmore?
No, honorable mention.
Okay.
And the reason it is because he is the Jackie Robinson of hockey. Willie O'Ree.
Oh, yeah,
first African American. Yeah. I was thinking of putting him on there, but I said there's too many Boston Bruins. But what he did, first African American to play in NHL. And he didn't play long, but, he's still talked about. 4th, I put John.
He has a day now, doesn't he? A Willie O'Ree day.
And then, I'm sure there's a lot of kids growing up that are fans of his, and you see that a lot now, which is great. Johnny Busick is my 4th. 57 to 78, won a cup with Esposito.
So you went really old.
Yeah, Esposito or Busick, the 70s Bruins. 70-72 they won. He had 1,436 games played, 45 goals, 794 assists, 1,339 points. No one thinks of him. I mean, I know he played back in the day, and it was, the first 6, even before the Pens and the Blues and all them. So it was Boston, Detroit Rangers, Toronto, Montreal, Chicago. So, but yeah, I mean, great player back in the day.
All right, recapping my Mount Rushmores for the Lightning: Stamkos, Kucherov, St. Louis.
Kucherov.
Kucherov.
Who you love?
Kucherov. St. Louis, Vasilevsky. The Dallas Stars / Minnesota North Stars: Madonna, Ben, Broughton, Cicerelli. The Kings: Robitaille, Taylor, Kopitar, Quick. And the Bruins: Esposito or Pasternak, Bork.
And you pick a lot of players that are still playing because eventually they could be on the Mount Rushmore, like what Pasta's doing. And as long as he stays a Bruin, if he's a Bruin for the next 7-8 years, he probably will be on there.
I can see him playing for 5 more years, probably 4 to 5 more years.
Yeah,
I could think.
Well, I don't know, how old is he? When did he start?
14.
Okay.
So he's going to his 13th season.
Yeah, so he's like 32.
I mean, as you did with your your Kings pick or your Stars pick? Pasternak face-off circle. If you need a win, you put him there.
So you're letting in for... Okay.
Yeah.
Mine, Kings: Kopitar, Gretzky, Luc Robitaille, Marcel Dion. Stars / North Stars: Mike Modano, Sergei Zubov, Jamie Benn, Yuri Lettinen for the defensive purposes. Boston: Bobby Orr, Ray Bork. I was about to say Phil Bork. No relation again. So there's 2 Robitailles and 2 Borks that aren't related. Johnny Busick and Phil Esposito. Give some love to Willie O'Ree as well. And Tampa Bay: Stamkos, Stamkos, Kucherov, as Maddie said.
Yeah. Kucherov, whatever you want.
Marty St. Louis, Andre Vasilevsky.
Alrighty. Who would your Mount Rushmores be Would you add anyone different? Let us know in the comments.
Is keeping Gretzky off the Kings blasphemy?
No. I had him on Edmonton, so I kept him off the list like I did with Erik Karlsson. I have all the teams he was on.
Yes.
But our Nets Mount Rushmores will be the new Minnesota team, the Minnesota Wild, the Anaheim Ducks, the one that's going to be fun for us, the Philadelphia Flyers.
No one.
Well, we have anyone that's played past 1980. And then the fourth one is still to be determined. Will it be the Buffalo Sabres or the Montreal Canadiens? We could know by the end of tonight. All right, so let us know if you agree with our Mount Rushmores in the comments. If not, who would you add? I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
This is Burt Bros. See ya.
Reaching for the stars? The Dallas Stars?
The North Stars?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.